Good afternoon. It's March 22nd. First full day of spring, I guess, more or less. And it's a beautiful day, +4. Snow's melting, continuing to melt. I'm heading downtown, as I often do, middle of the week, to do some work, and I have to pick up some more pills at the drugstore. So this will be my first walk downtown since the spring weather hit. Well, at least since it hit really hard, I guess. It was melting last time I walked downtown, but first actual day of spring that I've walked downtown. Shouldn't be any ice lingering, but I'll still be careful in the shade. But boy, that sun feels lovely and warm. And it's a beautiful sunny, not a cloud in the sky that I can see. Nope, not a single one. So let's see, there's the Kickstarter going on. It's now 80% funded, $9,621 Canadian as of this morning, last time I looked. That's the one that is to fund my anthology of science fiction and fantasy stories by authors who were guests during the third year of my Aurora award-winning podcast, The World Shapers. Still lots of great backers rewards left, and still 2 weeks to go. More than 2 weeks, actually, 16 days. Sometime tomorrow, or I guess is the midway point of the 30-day campaign. You can go to tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds3, numeral 3, if you'd like to check it out and hopefully kick in, help make it a reality. That car is... There was still a patch of ice in the shade of that tree. Almost got me. It's not actually legal to park on this side of the street. Presumably he's just there for a minute. Yeah, so in the shade back there was still a patch of ice, and I wasn't expecting it, and I almost slipped. Treacherous. Ice and snow are out to get you. Where was I? Yes, Kickstarter. Yes, so please go. Give me money. That would be good. You don't actually pay anything until it funds. And then you get, just for $15 you can get a book. 21 authors. Be some amazing short stories in there from amazing authors, even some poetry from Jane Yolen. So go check it out. tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds3, numeral 3. Then I've been doing some editing. There's a book I have to write a evaluation of for the company I do freelance editing for. I think I'm ready to write that, just about, so I'll be doing that next. At some point that'll probably come back to me for editing. It's 200,000 words, so it'll be a big editing job, but it's well written. It just has some technical issues. I think just a copy edit will fix it up without anything more substantial being needed. I finished editing the Emir's Falcon, which is one of the 2 books so far. New books I'm publishing through Shadowpaw Press this fall. There's also 2 so far reprints. I expect there to be more. I have some books in hand. I just haven't had time to look at them yet, but I imagine I will be taking them. From what I know of them. So Shadowpaw Press is becoming quite a bustling operation. It's a shame I'm the only staff member. Editor, publisher, general dog's body, gopher. Hopefully at some point it starts to make money. That'd be nice. Not really there yet. There's going to be audiobooks for the Emir's Falcon and Thickwood, which is the other one that I've talked about that I'll be publishing this fall. I've already signed the contract and I've got some money lined up for that, so that'll be cool. Timing worked out perfectly here to cross here. It's always nice. We'll go up Albert to start with. At least I know the sidewalk will be nice and clear. There's the wind, but it isn't even that sharp at +4. Just wearing my windbreaker, and this is the old Saskatchewan Government Telephones building that's now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. Lots of fossils and stuff in there. Just wearing a windbreaker over my sweater, and comfortable enough. Oh, I had a TV interview this morning too. They won't air for a couple of weeks apparently, but it was a bit hadn't really read the press release, I don't think, but it'll be fine. I'm very used to doing TV interviews, so I usually manage to get my points across. Should I just stay on Albert? That is the question. Not quite as interesting as to be or not to be. That's going to change. I'm going to go this way. Not as noisy, and I think all the sidewalks are going to be pretty clear. Won't have to worry about ice anymore. It's still there. Still lots of snow lying around, but it's dwindling every day. Takes a long time to be completely gone, especially when so much of it is piled up from having been cleared off of driveways and things, like you see around here. I'll cross here because nobody's coming, and it's a one-way, so I know I can see if anybody's coming. I'll carry on down this way. It's always kind of random which way I go. It's all the same. It's just what combination of blocks you choose to walk along. After lunch, when I do part 2 of this, I'll be starting in the Cornwall Centre again because I have to pick up some pills there. And some new reading glasses I want to get at Shoppers Drug Mart as well. Even the alley's fairly clear. There's a lot of puddles in it. I don't think I'll go down that way, but most of the ice and snow is gone. Fireside Bistro over there, restaurant. Has a pretty nice deck, except when the wasps are out. I've been chased inside off their deck by wasps before. Maybe we'll go up this one once we get across. I could have worn runners today. I didn't even have to put on my boots. I wasn't sure. I'll probably start walking in those soon. Another sign of spring. Next thing you know, it's shorts. still puddles, so the boots are serving some function even on the sidewalk here. Interesting front of that house with that sort of archway there. Oh, there was ice. Again, this is called the transition area. It's supposed to be transitioning from residential to business, but it's been transitioning for a long time. There's still plenty of residential stuff down here. This will take us by Henry's here. Ripplinger, I should say. Henry Ripplinger is his name. The cafe part is called Henry's Gift Shop. But the gallery part here is called Ripplinger. He's also an author. I don't know much about his books. Something to do with angels, I know that. He's been an aggressive marketer of them, that's for sure. Seemed to have a lot of fans. There we go. Henry's Cafe, Gallery, Gift Shop. The old apartment buildings over there. Little drugstore on this corner, Lorne Street. Or Lorne Drugs, it's called. It's on Lorne Street. I'll go down. That's not going to walk down that sidewalk, which is fairly thoroughly flooded. I'll go along here in front of Tangerine. Right there, Tangerine. Nice little restaurant, coffee shop. And they have this meeting room here. And then this is Sterling Productions. They've got a production of, what is it? Is it Legally Blonde? It's coming up. I've never auditioned for them, and I'm not quite sure how that has worked so far, but I've just been busy. But at some point, maybe I'll do one of their shows if they want me. You know, now that I'm playing old character actor parts, I was never much of a leading man. I always played character parts, and now I just play older character parts when I play anything, and I haven't played anything for a while. I don't think I'm retired, but you never know how these things work. Maybe my time has come and gone, and I should just focus on publishing and forget about acting. But I do enjoy it. It's actually a very tall tree there. Look how many stories it goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about 8 stories tall, that tree. Nice and straight. Looks healthy. Oh, there's actually 2 of them. 3 of them. The third one's a little shorter, I think. For apartments to rent. Such a sunny day. I still haven't spotted a cloud in the sky. There might be some down around the horizon where I can't see, but very sunny. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Good song. Sask Power still being renovated there. Bit of water here. And what's the name of that church? You'd think I'd remember. I always forget. Blessed Sacrament, I think. Catholic Church. I should remember because I've sung in it. We used to record in there for University of Regina Chamber Singers when we did our CDs. That's where we recorded. But that has been a while. I haven't sung with the chamber singers for a very long time now. Then I sang with Prairie Chamber Choir for a while, but it didn't last very long, unfortunately. I really enjoyed that, but it folded. I've sung with the Canadian Chamber Choir, but seem to have aged out of that. I'm not really part of their active roster anymore. They've even quit contacting me about upcoming projects where I can express my interest, so that would seem to mean I'm done. But that was a good few years I did that. Wasn't too many years, but I did, 3 projects, maybe 4? It was always interesting. So I'm not singing in a choir right now, although I sing with the lyric singers, which does more Broadway kind of stuff. Hardly the same level as far as the difficulty of the music or any of that, but still fun. Oh, hello. Who's there? Regina in Jamaica. And Imram, hello. Happy to be showcasing Regina. There's Victoria Park in front of us. This part of the walk is just about over, though. It's always short because it's only about a 20-minute walk down here. Then I'm going to go to the Hotel Saskatchewan and work for a while, and I'll walk down to the Cornwall Centre, pick up my pills, and then walk back from there. That'll be part 2 of the walk. That could be 3 hours from now, so don't hold your breath, but I will be back. It's nice to see the sun shining on the buildings. Always looks cool. Or warm, actually. Alright, well, I'll stop here. Thanks for walking with me, and I'll be back in a while. Bye for now. Good afternoon. It's still March 22nd, and I'm heading home from downtown, so I'm just leaving the Cornwall Centre here. Going past the Sastel store there, where I bought the very phone that I am now using. This is the main entrance to the Sastel building, where my wife works as an engineer. Over here is security. We'll go out onto Saskatchewan Drive and walk down that way today, because I don't usually come this way. Down this uninteresting corridor. Sorry about that. At least it's got color on one side. And this will take us by the Parkade. More excitement. Not really a scenic route exactly at the moment, if ever, but still. That's the main post office across from us there. Not a building I'm very fond of. I think the green paneling was an unfortunate choice, but it is what it is. This is the Parkade Exit and entrance to the Cornwall Centre. Again, not exactly exciting, although it does give you a bit of that vanishing point thing you get for perspective. There's Mosaic Stadium over there, the white domed structure. I'm not going to stick to Saskatchewan Drive. That's kind of boring. I will turn down to the left here immediately, or almost immediately. Rail line runs over through there. That walkway, that's the Saskatchewan Parkade there, so that's actually where my wife parks when she's coming to work. Sidewalk takes us over here. A view of the Parkade. Don't say I don't show you all the highlights of Regina. Never quite understood why the handicap parking is way over here. I guess it's not too far from the entrance over there. Receiving here for the SGI building, which is this one here. It's one of the older buildings in town. Still has a bit of a ghost sign on the sign of it. Steinway Piano, it says. It's a department store, I think. And it wasn't that long ago, it feels like. There used to be a restaurant there called Prosciutto's, but it's been torn down. Another old building. It's in my book, Historic Walks of Regina Moose Jaw, but several of the buildings from that book are gone now. We'll cross whichever way makes sense here. Looks like it'll be this way. That's a big step down. Yeah, cross over, walk down the other side. Always get interesting reflections off of these SGI building there because of the golden windows. That's a Saskatchewan switching building. This thing has been here forever, claiming they're going to build this on this corner, but it's been years. That sign's been there. There's the, kind of a standard old-fashioned office building. Fur storage in this place. Chinese restaurant's been there a very long time. This is a fairly nice little bar restaurant called The Cure. Vintage vinyl here for all your hemp needs. AT Nation Saskatchewan over there. We'll go down to the left. See, vintage vinyl. There's Jimmy. Hemp and Hemp Emporium, it says. Back before marijuana was legal, you couldn't buy marijuana there, but you could buy associated items. They did get busted at least once. This bicycle go by. Back of an apartment building there. Kind of a senior's residence, that one. It's the provincial courthouse over here. I was in there once to contest a parking ticket, which I won. We'll go down to the right, which will take us by St. Paul's Cathedral, oldest building down here, I would think. Goes back to the late 19th century. That's a very nice old office building there, provincial office building. Hello, Imran. Regina Housing Authority back there. Oh, we might as well take a little walk through the park here. It's not exactly a park, but follow the white picket fence. No, not a good choice. So there's a puddle here I didn't expect. City Hall Parkade, or City Hall rising beyond it. The Trianon Tower. And this is St. Paul's Cathedral here. As I said, I think it was built about 1895, maybe earlier. So it's one of the oldest buildings in Regina, actually, and certainly the oldest in this area. Anglican Cathedral, of course. City Hall. Turn around and get a good look at the cathedral here from this corner. Ah, I just missed you then. There's St. Paul's, looking very nice with the blue sky and the sunshine. Again, not really seeing a cloud in the sky anywhere. You can often see them down on the horizon, but even on the horizon I don't see any sign of clouds. Ooh. I was thinking of going down the alley, but it looks wet, so I don't think I will. We'll cut through the parking lot here. So doctor's offices and a pharmacy in there. Over there's where you go for a passport. I mean, there's lots of other things in there, but that's what I most associate it with. Cooperators across the street here. This is Victoria Avenue, of course. I don't want to say anything bad about this restaurant, but I did get sick after eating there once, and I've never wanted to go back for that reason. So probably wasn't their fault at all, but you know how you associate things like that. If you get sick eating somewhere, you never want to go back. Your body says, nope, not a good idea. So wheat pool building over there, Viterra, I should say. Regs Cleaners and Tailors. This is where we take our dry cleaning. If you look close, you'll probably see me walking by over there. And of course, this was supposed to be the tallest building in Regina, but it never got built. They got as far as digging the hole, and then it stalled, and eventually they had to fill the hole in, and it's still sitting there waiting for something. What's that? Oh, that's good. I'm glad somebody's watching. I mean, as I always say, I mainly do it for myself to give me an incentive to keep walking, getting some exercise. But it's nice to know I'm not alone. Well, looks like it'll make most sense to cross to our right here, so we'll do that. Or to Connexus Credit Union over there. turn signal has gone. There's a car sitting in the middle of the pedestrian crosswalk, but other than that, and I'll cross here just so I can cross with the light. That's the other Credit Union Central, and then there's back looking at the hotel where I had lunch and finished the thing I was working on, which was an evaluation of a manuscript. $400 I get paid for that, so definitely worth it. Let's go down this way. This has all the nice decorative work in it. And further up there, the gargoyles, which most people never see because you don't typically look up that far. And there's a restaurant in here, actually where my niece had her wedding reception, called Sprout. Nice place, right in there. I assume they're still open, I hope so. Lots of old houses on Victoria, but we're going to go on down to 13th now. This is sort of zigzagging my way home. Not trying to stretch it out particularly, so this will be a fairly short walk in total today. It's now a business, that old house. It's an old song, this old house. How does the words go? This old house. This old house. Can't remember them now. But it's a metaphor, that song. About your body being an old house. Aging and falling apart over time. I don't remember it as being a sad song, but as I get older, I'm beginning to think it is. Oh, there's a big poodle in front of me. Don't want to wade through that, so do I go to the alley? Guess I'll go to the alley, or after I walk around it on the street. It's not very busy, I'll walk around it on the street. I remember the chorus, ain't gonna need this house no longer, ain't gonna need this house no more. Ain't got time in the windows, ain't got time in the floor. Ain't got time to oil the hinges or to mend that window pane. There were too many mends in there, but that was the gist of it. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, I'm getting ready to meet the saints. There you go. It's all about dying, so maybe it is a sad song. Except, of course, in hymn terms, dying is not a bad thing because you're going to meet the Lord. So, the Artesian over there used to be a church. Speaking of hymns, now it's a theater. Performed in there. The theater company I used to be on the board of, that was our main performance space, Golden Apple Theater. A holistic dispensary. Ianon's Footwear and Shoe Clinic. For all your shoe needs. Traditions Handcraft Gallery. For all your crafty needs. Paper umbrella for your stationery needs. Cup of tea for your tea needs. A warehouse book for your new age book needs, of which I have none, but your mileage may vary. And then across the way is the Christian bookstore. Choose your spirituality. Alright, I'll cross here because this is a crosswalk. Burns Hanley's been there a long time. Used to be downtown though. I think the business itself has been around a very long time. Apartments. Mixture of apartments and houses, mostly older houses along here. Vineyard properties, not an actual vineyard. Unfortunately, we don't really grow a lot of grapes in Saskatchewan. Children either playing or being murdered. I'm going to go for the first interpretation of that screen. Definitely playing. It sounds like they're being murdered. Looks like school's out. Yeah, always nice to see the water running, as you see this time of year. Going down the drain there. And here as well. Water, water everywhere. All the snow turns back into water. I mean, it was always water. It turned from frozen water to liquid water. It's not like snow is something different than water. Smell wood smoke. Again, lots of older houses along here. I think the sidewalk on the other side might be clearer than the sidewalk on this side. So I think I'll switch sides. No, it varies. Tavern School Playground dead ahead of us, 2 blocks. Our house is on the other side of that. I won't walk through the playground though. Maybe take the alley since there's probably kids coming out of school. I don't really like to point the camera at kids. An uncleared sidewalk. Getting quite warm too. Here comes a dog. You never take a walk without seeing a dog. The other sidewalk might be better going the rest of the way. There seems to be quite a bit of snow on this side. Ray Street. Oh, here's a house for sale. Looks like it's been renovated not too long ago, at least painted. Looks nice. Another one for sale. Also looks nice. If you like an older style house, needs a little work on the sidewalk. If it's color you're after, these aren't for sale, but very colorful. Splash. Splish, splash, I was taking a walk. wade through the snow on the playground, so either go in front of the school or down the alley. Lots of kids still around the school, so I think I'll go down the alley. Or I go on and go down the Crescent, but I walk down the Crescent all the time. Because there's Devon School over there. Big splash up there. Oh, it's gone down a bit. That puddle's usually quite large, but maybe it's draining a bit better now. Big puddle here, though, in the playground. Corner of the playground. Actually, I think I'll stick to the Crescent itself. The alley looks pretty icy and slushy still. Second Sastel building, after the one I pointed out earlier that's now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. And then, of course, I started this part of the walk in front of the current one, which is attached to the Cornwall Centre. Alright, well, stretch that out a bit because it was not the most direct route back to the alley, to the Crescent. All the ice should be gone along here, but in the morning, you see, all this turns back into ice, which is why walking in the morning is, I've decided, not a good idea for a while, as long as we've got this freeze-thaw thing going on. So go back, check on the Kickstarter. Again, that's at tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds3, where I'm kickstarting a third anthology featuring science fiction and fantasy by authors who were guests on my podcast, which you can find at theworldshapers.com. Some major authors involved. Check it out. Kick in. $15 Canadian gets you the ebook. $35 plus postage, so it's about $55 in Canada. Gets you the trade paperback. And you can go up from there. There's lots of other books and audiobooks and artwork and poems and chances to talk to authors, chance to have your name used for a character in a story, all that stuff at the higher levels. tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds3, numeral 3. Or just search for Shapers of Worlds on Kickstarter. It'll show you the previous two Kickstarters as well, which of course are completed and successful. And since I'm at more than 80% with still half the campaign to go, I'm feeling pretty confident I'll get that last $2,400 before April 7th. There's usually a surge at the end of the campaign too, but I hope to have funded before then, so that surge can just be gravy. I've got editing to do. I'm editing Spring, which is a magazine the Saskatchewan Writers Guild puts out of emerging writers' work. I'm the managing editor and the prose editor, and then there's a poetry editor. So tomorrow I have to finalize the pieces we want to have in it, and there'll be some flexibility there depending on how much space we have. Alrighty, well, I'll stop here. So that's that. Thanks for walking downtown with me on the first full day of spring. And probably back tomorrow, depending on the pressure of time, but I should be. See you then, or soon anyway. Bye for now.